about the 5 types of online service providers and coaches who need to learn attraction marketing before their next launch. So if you've been struggling with what to say in your launch content during a launch, or when you're posting content, if you're not attracting people who are ready and willing to pay, then you are already likely someone who should be learning attraction messaging. But when I say attraction messaging, what I mean is you are crafting a launch message that revolves around a compelling storyline, and that relatable, compelling storyline, by having that kind of approach, you're really going to connect deeply with the specific people who are most aligned and qualified to work with you and get the outcome that you're promising in your paid offer. You want to align in this, attraction messaging, their specific situations and experiences, and connect those with the problem that your big offer is going to solve. So I want to see which of these 5 experts feels more like you. So please make sure that after you listen to all 5 that you leave a comment and tell me which one you are. So expert number 1, you need to increase your prices, but you're afraid that people won't be able to afford it if you do. So let me go through your story. First of all, you're not struggling to get clients. In fact, you book them pretty regularly, which is a good thing. But at this point, you're starting to burn out because in order for you to hit those monthly income goals that you have, you tend to have to take on more clients, a heavy amount of clients. This is especially bad for service providers. Coaches, you can get away with a cohort, but with service providers, you are always going to be burning out at this stage. Now, the solution right now is to increase your prices, but you tend to default at the end of the day, even if you get someone on the call, to discounting or lowering your prices the second that they question your price because you're afraid that you're going to lose out on a sale. Now, the problem here is that you have to increase those prices because you are over and at capacity, but you're also afraid of dealing with possible objections and missing out on income. So what ends up happening is that you default to offering a discount or customizing your offer so that it can fit more into someone else's budget, all because you assume that people can't pay the higher price. And one thing that I've been telling people is don't assume what's in people's pockets. How attraction messaging is going to help you is that because you already know the prices need to increase so that you can work with fewer clients, if you understand attraction messaging, then you're going to create the kind of content that positions you as a brand authority in your industry. And because you're going to be seen as a brand authority, people are going to believe that because you're a true expert, they are going to pay a premium price to work with you, and they don't care what that cost is because they want the best. Now, maybe you're expert number 2 because you struggle with what to say in your content to attract those high ticket clients. Now, the problem here with you is that you already believe that the price should be the price. You actually already are comfortable with the price needing to be there, but you have no idea what you're supposed to say in your content to attract people who can actually pay it. And because of that, you're so afraid of even just talking about your offers at the price point that it is because you're afraid that you won't even be able to attract anyone since your existing clients couldn't afford those prices even if they wanted to. And so the problem here with you is that your old clients who can't afford you are just no longer aligned and they really aren't qualified anymore. I want you to know right now that it's okay to price yourself out of your old clients' budgets. I have a whole video about how this is true because at some point it's going to be. That doesn't mean that you're going to go broke because I know that that's how it feels. Like if I price myself out of these people's budgets, these are the people that are reaching out. Well, they're the people who are reaching out right now. It just means that you need to understand how to attract a higher value client. So how attraction messaging would help you is that in order to attract that higher value client, you can't continue to post those like educational type posts or the basic kind of content that attracts those people who want freebies or who think that they can DIY, because DIYers aren't looking for an expert to give them the very specific roadmap. They're looking for quick wins. So instead of this, attraction messaging is going to help by focusing on a more sophisticated message. This is going to speak to their mindset, their situation, their goals and aspirations. And that type of content is going to call out and attract the most aligned, qualified leads and compel them to want to buy no matter your price point. Maybe you're expert 3 though. Maybe you're having a hard time attracting clients through your actual video content. This happens a lot too. So your story is you already know video content is important, but you've been so used to kind of hiding behind the graphics, the carousel posts, the quotes, all of those things that at least get engagement on your account. but you know as a high ticket business that video is going to be important for you. And you have no problem posting the content, but for some reason you really tend to struggle with feeling comfortable on camera. So you're the person who's always making those excuses like, I can't record. There's always some reason why you can't record. And when you do, you have no idea what you're supposed to say that's actually going to attract paying clients. So the problem here is that you're focused on people judging you, right? Your hair isn't done right, so you can't be on camera. You don't have on makeup today. Your background's crazy. The house is messy. Your kitchen's ugly. When you do post videos, you just don't feel like you know what to say to hold anyone's attention long enough to get them to engage with you and eventually buy or invest to work with you. And so attraction messaging, at the end of the day, to hold the attention of anyone online is going to require you to do video content that has a strategy that's kind of designed like Netflix to make you want to binge, right? And attraction messaging really is meant to do that because it draws in the audience and it makes them want to watch the next video. It's going to drive engagement and it's going to make them think differently. And because of that relatability in that content, because it's their exact situation, they are going to definitely reach out to you because they can't help it. Maybe you're expert number 4. Maybe you're struggling just to articulate the value of your offers in your content. So your story is, you know what you do gets clients results, but you have no idea how you're supposed to articulate that value to the person buying, or why they should want to even invest in your service or program. This is also especially true for my people whose, whatever the outcome of your offer is, if it doesn't have a financial ROI, you tend to not understand how to articulate the value of that because you think that people won't pay a higher price unless they're going to make a shit ton of money after working with you. And the problem with that is that because you believe that the only way that people see value is if the offer makes them money, then you're going to have a hard time feeling confident talking about the value or articulating the value of your offer. But I just want you to know that this isn't true because of this, your confidence in even the social proof that you have is really low because you don't know what else you're supposed to say. And unfortunately, you think that having confidence and saving time isn't a good enough value proposition for people to pay the high ticket price. And again, that's not true. And so what you tend to do is lean more towards those feature focused posts, talking about the features of your offer and how great it's going to be. And you lean more in that educational content to get them to see that this is going to help. But if you learned attraction marketing, how it would help is because, first of all, there's 5 different ways that people see value, and only one of those ways has anything to do with the financial side of it as an ROI. But when you learn attraction marketing, you're going to be able to, in your content, speak to the exact things that your most aligned qualified leads will find valuable and the desired outcome that they want to have that your offer can help them to achieve. And if it's not a financial side, it's going to be something else that they value just as much, without you having the pressure of feeling like you have to make up some false promise for them to want to buy. And now expert 5, you're a corporate dropout or soon to be, and you don't understand marketing. So your story is you are a real expert who took your corporate experience and turned it into a business. But now when you come from the corporate world and everybody is like, you're amazing, you're revered, you're getting high reviews, everyone knows they can trust you. But then you get on the internet and this shit is like the wild, wild west. And you have no idea outside of like your LinkedIn profile and your resume of how to talk about yourself as an expert of what you can contribute to the situation. And so the problem here is because you don't really have that corporate confidence coming into entrepreneurship, you kind of don't know how to talk to people to market yourself, market your expertise, market how you can make impact. And you don't have all the client results and data yet to even boost your confidence yet and boast about. And so it's making you feel out of place online. And you also really don't want to spend a lot of time playing around on social media. You are expecting to have this offer that's clearly good, and then people see that, value it, buy it, and then you can get to work. But you got to play around on this internet a little bit. So how attraction messaging is going to help you is that unlike standard content creation or general marketing, it's really meant to bring in the right people to you. So without the gimmicks, without the playing around, without beating around the bush, without the dancing, when you learn attraction messaging, you're going to learn how to connect with serious buyers and help them make informed decisions about working with you. So now you've heard the different types of service providers, coach types. Which category did you fall into? Was it 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5? I'm going to repeat what they are. 1, are you the person who knows you need to increase your prices, but you're afraid people won't be able to afford it? Are you expert number 2 who struggles with what to say in your content to attract high ticket clients? Are you expert 3 who's having trouble articulating or attracting clients using video content? Are you expert 4 who's struggling to articulate the value of your offer in your content? Are you expert 5, you're a corporate dropout who's just trying to figure out how to do marketing in general? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.